This is Chris Kell with a couple quick tips on some hybrid exercises that we use to make traditional knee dominant exercises a bit more knee friendly. Okay, now one of the things to consider when we're doing something like a split squat, okay, is that the more we get sort of an angling of our tibia, okay, the more the knee moves forward versus the hip, the more we're going to get loading of the knee. Okay, and for a lot of people that we work with that have knee pain, this is virtually intolerable. Okay, so for someone that just comes in to start training, and we have them do a split squat, and they're doing this, that's going to be incredibly painful. That's not going to be doable. Okay, and even after we work with them, we teach them to keep a more vertical tibia. And one way we do that is we have them get near a wall, and we say, okay, keep your knees behind this wall of the structure. That is going to take some pressure off, but yet still, it's still a problem oftentimes, all right? It's still, even that degree of knee flexion is going to give people problems. So what we want to do is teach the hip hinge, okay? And when we're teaching a squat, a more hip-dominant squat would be get the legs wider, shift the weight onto the outside of the feet, stick the butt out before we ever use the knees, okay? So, yeah, I tell people to stick the butt out like a bad dance move, and the more we lean our torso forward, the less we actually have to burn the knees, okay? And this is what we want to teach with anybody that has this issue, is we want to use this forward lean, this hip hinge, to take some pressure off the knee. So we can make something like a traditional split squat much more hip dominant by simply leaning forward more. Okay, and that's an exaggerated example, but the more I use my hip, the more success we're going to have. Okay, and so some ways that we start to reincorporate this into our programming, okay, is we begin with what we call reverse lunge, or which is a common exercise. The reverse lunge, the traditional reverse lunge, is for stepping backwards, and it's bringing the knee, it's not flexing the knee forward, so that's already more knee friendly. But to kick that up a little bit, we can take be holding kettlebells, holding dumbbells, or what have you, lean the torso forward a little bit more, and come back up. Okay, and it's just that simple modification. All right, it looks very much like a single leg squat where, again, it's more of a hip dominant exercise. But when we progress to more knee dominant, we simply have them lean the torso forward a little bit more and come forward. Okay, and in my experience, that makes an exercise that, again, is almost intolerable for individuals with knee pain much more palatable. Okay, and so we can progress from there to things like forward lunges, where, again, when we lunge forward, we lean forward as well, we step together. Again, we lunge forward, we lean forward, we step together. Even with something like a step up, where I'm stepping up, rather than beginning with this more vertically oriented torso, I simply lean forward more, shifting more weight to my hamstrings and my glutes, the ball of my foot and the midfoot, and that's what we're looking for. So the moral of the story is really lean the torso forward in the starting position, or as you come forward, just a little bit more, keeping a flat back. Okay, and that's going to make anything that you're dealing with more hip dominant. Okay, and make it much more doable for individuals with knee pain as we progress back into knee dominant exercises.